people today. They could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So it helps to have a wise friend and fierce defender in your corner. A friend like AARP. So your health lives longer.
This is just slow-mo karate?
Just slow-mo karate.
Your money lives longer.
I just bought that.
I just sold that.
And your happiness lives longer. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Welcome to AARP Illinois' virtual event. It's so wonderful to have you with us. AARP is on a mission to connect with individuals across various communities, especially those aged 50 and above. We're here to listen, understand, and address the unique needs of you and your community as we age. Our goal is to enrich your experience by expanding our local activities, providing opportunities for you to discover and engage with all that life has to offer right here in your own community and virtually. As we journey through today's event, we invite you to consider joining our dedicated team of AARP volunteers. It's a chance to make a meaningful impact and help us better serve those 50 plus across the nation. Connect with us and be a part of this vibrant movement toward positive change. Welcome, and let's make this event both fun and transformative.
Hi, I'm Teresa Jones, and today we are going to be talking about some healthy living, but healthy living with the Charcuterie board. And my friend here, Heather, she is going to talk all about it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Heather.
Well, thank you, Miss Teresa. My name is Heather, and I am with HT Boards and More, and I love all things charcuterie. So one thing about charcuterie that we all love is just the versatility of it all. I like to have a variety of meats and cheeses, of spicy, of sweet, of savory. So this is going to be a Christmas themed board, a holiday themed board. And so we're going to really focus on not only the versatility of the cheeses, but we're going to be really particular about the colors we use. Okay. So I like to, specifically in a board of this size, we want everything to be evenly proportioned and spaced out. So I like to start with my cheeses. So today we've got the most fabulous red and green cheeses that we're going to use. So this cheese is a roasted garlic and tomato basil cheese. This is a garden vegetable sweet basil cheese. So they'll complement each other because they both have basil in them, but they're also going to be red and green.
And that red one's really pretty. See all the
Yes.
marbling in it?
We love that.
Yeah,
so that's
pretty.
a whole bunch of flavor going throughout.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to take these cheeses and we're actually just going to layer them like this. Red and green, red and green.
Okay.
Yep.
I can probably do this.
You sure can. And do it well. And then we want this part facing up because we want our folks to see it, right?
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to lay it right here. Okay?
How many pieces do you want?
You
About
could just
4?
do whatever your heart desires. Let's just do the rest of those.
Oh, because there is one of these.
And then why don't you do it in the other corner?
Okay, here we go.
Lay it in your corner. Now, because this is a big board, we got a lot of surface area to cover, right? So we slice those cheeses because we want them to be easily accessible for our folks to grab, but they will run out, right?
Right.
So we're gonna lay this garden vegetable, the big hunk, right there. And then we're gonna lay the roasted garlic, the big hunk, right here. So as this runs out, we'll provide our guests with these things to cut some more.
That's pretty.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Got our first cheese down. Now these are semi-soft,
Okay,
right?
semi-soft.
So we want to do a hard cheese or a semi-hard cheese. A lot of the hard cheeses though are pretty pungent. So you can do a cheese like a Parmesan, an Asiago. Those are they're very strong. And so we want to be careful with those. So we don't have any actual hard cheeses today, but we've got this wonderful semi-soft right here, okay? Next, again, we're going to talk about color and taste. This is a Spanish Manchego. It is fabulous, okay? Now, this wax on the outside, or this rind is made of wax, so it is not edible, okay? We got to be mindful of what's edible and what's not. So for these, I like to just do a little bit of a crisscross applesauce. Just go down the board. With them. And it really gives you a good space saver, one, but it's just a good, like, it looks kind of fun, like feathers almost. Okay. So now we have our Spanish manchego down, and we're good to go there. Okay. So the beauty of charcuterie is, like, I like how that looks. I wasn't liking how it was fanning out towards the end, so I'm going to fix that. Well, you just got to make it work for you. No right away. Goes off. And just go with these two. Perfect.
There you go.
Got our manchego down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, going to continue with, now that's a semi-hard.
Okay.
Semi-soft, semi-hard. Now, this would be considered a harder cheese. This is a Tahine Ranch cheese curd.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited for you to try that one.
Okay.
So we're going to throw her in that corner over there. And you see how everything kind of has the theme, right?
Yeah.
This one's going to give us some red specks in it, but also a good punch of flavor. Another fave.
I know, it's got the green specks. Okay.
So this one is a dill Havarti. This is a semi-soft. Now again, we got a big board here. So I'm going to take this big block and set it right here at the edge. So as people begin to eat that, they can cut this piece up. Okay? All right. Now let's get our soft cheese. And that is going to give us the well-rounded texture flavors. Now this is a wonderful wheel of brie. Now we talked about the rind on this cheese is made of wax, so it's not edible, right? This rind is super edible and super flavorful, okay? So whenever I deal with brie, the most flavorful part of the brie is the rind around the sides. All of it is edible, but the most flavor is on the outside. So however we do this brie, I want to make sure that everybody gets a piece of this, okay? So I'm going to have you cut out a shape, and I'm going to cut these into wedges. So remember, you're going to cut this in half. I'll have you do that, and I'll start cutting this one into wedges. And so when you cut a shape inside, it's just cute. It's just a fun way to display it. When you cut it in wedges, another fun way to display the brie, but you get a little more bang for your buck when you cut it this way in the wedges. So let me know once you cut it in half.
It's in half.
Okay. And so what shape do you want to do? I thought these looked like ornaments, or we could use this one and make a snowman. Okay. So you want to flip it on your wax paper?
Yes. I'm moving it over here.
Okay. And then just cut two circles out, but give yourself enough space. And I'm going to keep
I think 2 or 3.
I don't know if we have space for 3. Do we have it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Now, cutting a wheel of brie into wedges can get a little tricky because it wants to move on you. But it's just like the math we used to do in school or with our shapes. So you just keep going, and then you keep cutting the pieces in half. Now, I did freeze these for just a little bit. Makes it much easier to cut when they're just a little bit frozen. Okay. Now I'm going to start fanning out my brie while you work on your snowman, okay?
Okay.
All right. So a couple different ways you can display a brie. We're just going to fan ours out today. I got the strawberry greenery on there. We want the green, but not in this space. Okay. Just going to keep fanning her out. All right. Got that one fanned.
I'm almost done.
You got it. Take your time.
You make a perfect little snowman.
Yep. And remember we talked about just the versatility of brie, or of cheese, I'm sorry. Let's say your snowman wasn't perfect. That's all right.
Okay.
this one. I'm just going to do like a little half circle.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right. You got your, okay. So let's get your bottom piece.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll throw him over here. Get your top piece. Yeah, it kind of gets a little sticky on you. That's all right.
I might have should have turned it the other way.
You got it. And look, it broke. That's okay though. Watch what we'll do. We'll fix it. That piece. When we throw it on here, nobody will ever know.
They surely won't.
Look, looks just fine.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So now we're gonna fill these circles with some fig jam.
Oh.
So when we're building a board, we want whatever complements the cheese and the meats to be near each other. So fig spread goes amazing with brie.
Okay.
So we're gonna put some fig inside. Can I borrow your little knife over there?
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me wipe it off.
Okay. Perfect. And we're gonna fill these little holes with fig spread. Oh, that one had a big fig in it. Even better.
I kind of want to start, singing Christmas carols.
Well, I don't have a voice, but if you are confident, you go right on ahead.
Well, there's some people that think I shouldn't be confident.
So we're gonna leave that fig jar right there.
Okay. That's
All
so
right.
cute.
Got our stuff done. So now let's do one more cheese just so that we've got some color contrast. We got a lot of white cheese.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Right. So this isn't necessarily a Christmas color, but we want to give this a little bit of zhuzh, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just quickly stand these up. Again, we like the color contrast. We like the fact because everything else is laying down. So we're going to stand these up. Gives us a little bit of height to our boards. And then just a different type of cheese. Now this one's pretty strong. It's a sharp cheddar. So it's going to be a little stronger than some of the others. But again, we've got a light, mild Havarti. We have a delicious light, mild brie. We have these. These are pretty flavorful. Not pungent, but a lot of flavor.
Okay.
So we've got a good kick in the mouth with this sharp cheddar. Yeah, get your taste buds going. Okay? All right. So now we've got our cheeses done. I also have some regular Havarti. I just wanted to have some versatility for us today, but we'll save this as a filler if we need some. I think we're good on cheese for now. Okay. Oh, we want to make sure we use all of our brie. So let's put this on some other parts. Got some blueberries on it.
Those could be the eyes.
It could be. I'll throw you over there. Okay. All right. Now let's start with our meat. Okay. So I've got some pre-made salami roses, and this I'm going to have you make what we call a salami river.
Ooh.
Okay. So let me show you how, and then I'll let you take over. So our roses are made on top of a wine glass. You just fold it over, continue folding until you get a beautiful rose. So that's pretty straightforward. Now a salami river, we're going to take a piece of salami. We're going to fold that piece in half. And we also have had this sitting out for about 15, 20 minutes. Let it get some of that chill off of it. And then we're going to fold it in half again. Now, lay them just slightly over each other.
Okay.
You're going to fold this back piece this way, fold the front piece this way, and that is one piece of your river. And you see how that's sticking together nicely?
Yeah.
So I'm going to lay this down here, and then you just keep going, and you stack them on top of each other. Let me see you do it. Other way. Both of them the other way. There you go. Very good. Press her down real tight, and smash her on top of the other one. Yep. And then we're going to lay them right together because then you're going to stack them up, and you're going to have a river.
Okay.
So lay them right directly on top of one another, and I'll get our prosciutto out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the interesting part is, although these are both cured meats, right?
Yeah.
This meat we like to be really cold.
Okay.
So this has been in the freezer for a little bit, okay? So let's get her out of the package.
Is that so you can work with it?
Yeah, this one is a little more flimsy. Yeah. So if you let it get too warm, it's very hard to manage. So we will pull this out. And this is actually, a lot of this comes from Aldi's. So very cost efficient. But you see how that just peeled right off? because it's a little bit frozen now.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want it to freeze too hard. So we're going to do another version of a prosciutto fan.
Okay.
So you take the corner over here, and we're just going to start bunching corners together. And as we bunch those corners together, we get a beautiful fan. And so we're going to just lay that. I think this would go pretty right here. So that's one of our fans.
Oh, that looks very nice.
Yeah,
there.
so we're going to keep just fanning those out. And before you know it, we have rivers, roses, and prosciutto fans. Again, going to take just the corner, start to pinch them together. Start to pinch them. And now we have a pretty fan. Again, lay that right there. And we'll just keep going. Your river looks great.
Well, thank you.
And then the good thing about these types of meats is that they have, although they're both cured, they're both dried and cured, the salami is pretty fatty.
Yeah.
And a little harder than a prosciutto. But the prosciutto works for some because of the texture. It's a little chewier, but it's thinner, it's lighter. So remember how I said we put things together in the board that go well together?
Yes.
So prosciutto is going to go really well and complement this brie. It's also going to complement these basil, like garlicky, tomatoey, basil-y cheeses. It's going to go well with all of that and this spread. So this whole corner goes well together. I'm going to do one more prosciutto. How's your river going?
It's flowing.
It's flowing. Now for the sake of space, and we are going to stack them like a
yes,
like a
you
row,
did say that.
because that's how we make the river. But that's okay. So this is one river, and let's do her right here. Okay. And actually, we'll just do a continuous one. Do you have any more?
I've got a few more.
Yeah, why don't we
here.
finish those? Okay. Now, we talked about the versatility, and so when you have a board of this size, you can afford to do 3 meats.
Okay.
So this is a turkey pepperoni.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can turn these into little itty bitty roses. Because we've got so much space, we're going to go ahead and just lay these all right here.
And that turkey's good for people that.
Yeah. Let's say you don't have pork
this
eaters.
Yeah.
Yep. And the beauty of the board is you can customize it to any dietary needs, any allergies. You can omit or add really whatever you like. So if I don't have a meat eater, no problem. I'll just do you some cheeses, fruits, nuts, and veggies. If you don't like pork, I'll do some turkey deli meat. I have a wonderful locally made beef sausage that comes from Missouri that I use if you don't eat pork. If you don't eat pork or beef, we can use turkey sausage. They have actually duck salami. I have a Wagyu salami. So we can get as fancy or as different as you need to. Okay, so we've got our turkey pepperoni, and I'm going to throw a little bit more because I want it to be perfect. That looks beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Very good.
Oh, you know what?
Yes, we do need some of those. So let's start throwing some fruits on because this is our meats and cheeses. We've got our meats and cheeses. So let's throw them maybe back here in this corner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And maybe some there too.
Sure. And I'll do the grapes.
Okay. I know exactly where the grapes are going.
Yes. Put those right here. And let me get a few more. Now, the good thing about grapes is you can take them off and leave them on this stem so that when someone picks up that bunch, they have just the personal serving of grapes that you need. Very good.
Good.
So we're going to pour off. Now, we're going to do a couple different sections of grapes because this board is big. Okay. So the good thing about grapes is it goes really well with a lot of the cheeses. It gives you a nice burst of flavor because it's a good poppy fruit, but then it's sweet, so it'll go well with all the cheeses and the meats that we've got. Okay, let me clear some of this out. Okay, so now let's do some carrots. Now this is a big old board and we want some color. So let's put some carrots. let's put them over here.
In a certain way, or
Just however your heart desires. That looks just fine to me. And the reason we're going to put them over here is because, again, we've got that turkey pepperoni, a little fattier, a little spicy. So the carrot will help cool that down. But we're also going to put some hummus in here. So this is a roasted pine nut hummus. And anything, when you think about the holidays, anything roasted, anything toasted, really gives you that depth of flavor that makes you think of the holiday times. They do say
nuts,
because we need a little bit of crunch.
yeah.
And so we will just fill that in wherever our heart desires. I'm gonna throw some right here. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna throw some over here.
Okay.
Perfect. Now another fruit that I like to play around with in the holiday time,
Apples.
yeah, a nice good crunchy vibe to go with all of the other goodness we got going on here. I like to fan them out a little bit. Now, a lot of people worry about the apples turning brown. If you keep the apples together, like the flesh touching the flesh, it helps not turn it brown so quickly.
All right.
So it'll give you some longevity with your fruit.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Let's go in with some. Now
Dried
these are some. Yes, yeah. We've got some dried cranberries and dried blueberries. Again, when I think of the holidays, I think of cranberry, I think of cherry, I think of blueberry. Gives you some good depth and chewiness to your board. We're also going to throw in some delicious olives. Now, let's say your guests don't like, or your customer doesn't like olives. Guess what you can do? Pickled asparagus, pickled beets, pickled, I saw some pickled cauliflower yesterday. Plenty of pickled elements to give you that. It's really something like some acidity. This is all really fatty.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just need something to cut through that richness.
And you could do pickled beets, and so you'd have your red and your green. That
Very
would be,
true.
Yeah, for Christmas. That'd be real
Yep.
pretty.
And you could even, like, this is a white cheddar stuffed olive, but you could even do a pimento
Oh yeah.
stuff. So
Give
you got
it
some
color.
red
There you go.
variation there. Okay. Now, it looks like we've got a lot of our major components on the board. We also have a cherry and rosemary spread that can be used. We have the fig spread. It can all go well together. Now we're going to take our little friend here,
Ooh, the
a
honey
little bit
bear.
of local honey, and we're just going to lay him right there and give him a home. I'm going to throw our cherry spread on here.
Okay.
Now, we kind of got to fill in some stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we could either take some of these bread, we could cut some of this bread up and throw that around here. Would you like to do that?
I'll do that.
Okay. And then I will work on our crackers. So on a medium board, let's say our board was smaller than this one, I wouldn't put the crackers on it. Because it's big enough, I'm going to throw some on there, but we would also leave this in like a basket or a tray on the side. We want to save as much space on the board as we can for the good stuff, but this board will allow us to have some stuff on it.
Now, would you want those?
That's perfect.
Bread? Okay. I don't know if you wanted them cut in like cubes.
No, because you want to have enough space to put stuff on it, and so we'll just lay that bread right around here. Okay. I'm going to take some of these, throw them in. Now, some people prefer their boards to have spaces. I'm not a fan. I want to have as much stuff.
You want to fill it up.
Yeah, I want to fill her up. So we're just going to start filling these spaces in with crackers. And so these crackers all are very mild in flavor. I don't want my crackers to interfere with the flavor of the meat and cheese. So we've got a whole wheat, a wafer, a water cracker, a couple of whole wheat variations. There's a garden vegetable. This is garden vegetable. So all of these are pretty mild and won't compete with everything we got going on. So I'll let you finish up with the bread over there. And then lastly, I always like to just add a pop of color with a good old strawberry. It's not going to interfere with anything. It complements everything, but you see how it just starts to add some fun?
Now, this is a table set for king and queen.
Yes.
Yes.
And we want our strawberries belly up. It makes it a lot more presentable and pretty. Okay, let's just keep going. we're going to fill in the rest of these holes with some berries. Okay. We'll do some more of your bread over there. We'll keep the bread over there. Okay. And then I'm going to throw some berries over here.
Alrighty.
Perfect. That's good. We like that. So we got some berries right here. I'll do a few more. Belly up. Let's do a berry here. Let's do a berry here. Put that right there. Yeah. You got it.
Oh, it's looking good. Looking good, looking good.
And there you have it, folks. We have a wonderful Christmas-themed, Christmas flavor, Christmas color board, charcuterie board that is just going to please any and everybody. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. So, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So Heather, just in case somebody missed it,
Yes.
Can you explain or tell us what each one is on this board?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So we'll start over here. We have a delicious and mild creamy dill Havarti, so nice herby flavor. We'll move on over to, this is a delicious brie that we've cut some shapes out of and filled it with a fig spread, so those go well together. That same fig spread that's inside the brie is also in this jar right here. We've got some delicious Italian dry prosciutto. We have a garden vegetable and sweet basil cheese with a roasted garlic and tomato basil cheese intertwined in between. This same set of cheese is located on this side of the board as well. So we've got that in 2 spaces. Moving over, we have another wheel of brie that we've cut into wedges. Another wheel of brie we've cut into wedges with some delicious dried salami. So we love that. This is a tahine ranch cheese curd. So yummy, so flavorful, but a nice harder cheese, so it gives you a little bit of texture variation. And then we have a Spanish manchego. This cheese is amazing. It's got a delicious, mild, creamy flavor, but it's a little harder. So we've got a semi-soft, semi-soft, soft, semi-hard, hard cheeses, okay? And then we've got a variety of fresh fruits, dry fruits. Oh, I forgot I can't leave this one out. We have a delicious mild cheddar that is just a sharp cheddar. I'm sorry, I keep wanting to call it mild.
Yeah, well,
It's definitely sharp. So we have a sharp cheddar as well. The cucumbers serve as a palate cleanser, nice refreshing bite. And then the fruits and cheeses and our fruits and veggies just go complement everything else on the board.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you guys.
Thanks.